Hey everyone, welcome back. We're going to start to colorize our train here by adding some materials. So to start with, let's go up, we're going to go into our Hypershade. So one way to get there is to go to Windows, Rendering Editors, and go to the Hypershade. This is just a window that lets us see what materials are in our scene, as well as a visual for what materials are available to us that we can use. So our default material is this Lambert 1 right here. That's what gives us the gray on all of our stuff. So a Lambert is just a really basic material. It's pretty much just, it has a color, it also has transparency and an ambient color and all these different little channels. It's probably the most simplistic out of all the materials that we have available. Another one is a blend, and I'm going to click on this. It's going to make one. You don't have to do this just yet. Blends are really good for like metallic looking things, and it shares a lot of similarities with our other common material, which are fongs. And so you can see that a fong has the same kind of stuff as a Lambert: color, transparency, this ambient, incandescent, all these common material properties, but it also gives us a specular area. Specular is kind of like how shiny something is, and blends have that as well. But a blend also has this eccentricity. So blends and fongs are really similar, but they each have their own uses. And those are our three kind of real basic materials: are Lamberts, fongs, and blends. So let's dive in. Let me delete these guys out so we can start again. And let's get rid of that. I'm just going to minimize my Hypershade for right now, because I think I can do a lot of this in the viewport. And so once I show you how to make one of these materials, I'm pretty much going to set you loose and let you color this however you want. So for my base here, I can right click, and I'm going to hold this right click. Let me move this up so we can see it a little better. So when I right click, I can come down to, there's assign new material, there's assign favorite material, and then assign existing material. So we can assign anything that we already have in our, in that Hypershade. But the way I like to do this is to go to assign favorite material, so I can choose to assign one of these materials just from the menu here. I'm going to choose a fong because I want it to be a little shiny. And if I let go of that, it should pop up here in the attribute editor. If it does not, like mine actually didn't, make sure you go to the attribute editor. It should be a tab here on the right hand side of the Maya interface. If it's not there, you can press Control A to bring that up, and then look at the tabs here along the top and look for one that's called Fong 1. Let's name this material. I'm going to make this red, so I'm just going to call it red material. And here under color, I'm going to change that to be what I said it is. I'm going to make it red. There are some presets up here, or you can go into the HSV slider here. The circle around it is for the hue, and then you can do the saturation and the value in that middle square. I'm going to come back to just that preset red, and you can see that in my viewport that changed to red. So now anything else that I want to be red, I could say, all right, I want this boxcar to be red, so I can go right click, assign existing material, and I can tell it, hey, you also be that red material. But then anything that happens after that, I can go and change this material, and anything that has this red material assigned to it is going to change whenever I make these changes. So say if I wanted to drop down my cosine power to make this a little less shiny, we're not going to see that in the viewport right now. We'd have to go render it. But this will, anything that is red will get changed along with this material. To go a little bit deeper, I'm going to make a wooden texture to go on these wheels, and this is going to be real simple and might be a little ugly, but that's okay. Let's experiment some. So again, I'm going to assign a new material. It's going to be a Fong, so I'm going to assign favorite, Fong, and I'm going to give this a color. So in my color channel here, I can click on this black and white checkered box. It's going to pull up a create render node window. In here, there should be a wood material. And so that's not showing up just yet, and that's because I'm just in the shaded viewport. So earlier we were pressing 4 to get to our wireframe, 5 is just shaded. To see textures in this viewport, you have to press 6. That also that might hit your machine performance-wise a little bit. So if you're showing your textured materials and you notice a nice slowdown in your machine, go back to the shaded. It's okay, but you can press 6 to get a little bit of a preview. And this is showing up pretty stretched, and that's because of the way that the materials are getting mapped to these objects. It's by a process called UVs. We're going to get there eventually. We're not going to talk about it right now, but let me go in. Let's change that to that name. Instead of Fong 2, we'll call it wood material. And then for all my wheels, I can go and select all these wheels. And then right click assign existing and put that wood material on there. Alright, so one more thing before I set you loose. You can see that the engine here has 2 different colors. Now you can assign materials based on faces. So I'm going to put a division down the middle of my boiler here with my insert edge loop tool. And then I can go first, make this a little easier, back up to object mode. I'm going to assign that red material that I had to the whole thing. And then I can come in to face mode, select these faces on the back end, and I can go make a new material just for those faces. So same thing, Fong, only this time, let's make this yellow. This is where naming things becomes really, really important. Because then if you go later, as you go, you have more materials. You say, okay, I want to assign a material I have. Oh, it's just Lambert 1, Lambert 2, Fong 1, 2, 3, 4, and you don't know what they are. So if you name them, then you can see, oh, hey, that's a red material. That's a wood material. Hey, that makes sense. So please, please, please name things in a way that makes sense. So your challenge is to add materials to the rest of the objects in the scene. So go pause the video, go do that, and come back and check out how I did mine. Alright, so hopefully your train looks something like this, where everything has a color, nothing is that default gray. If you decide that you don't like a color on something, you can always go back and assign a different material. So say if you wanted, I want my cab to be green and I want this last train car to be orange. You can go and change those. Another way to change these materials is to go back to the hypershade. There's a shortcut here that looks like just a kind of a green ball with a circle on it. And you can middle mouse click and drag on materials here in the hypershade and drag them on top of objects in your scene to change that. Alright, so that's pretty much it for this video. In the next video we're going to be rigging this train. We'll add some joints and skin these up and animate them going along what could potentially be a track. So join us then.